Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot, ayy. Man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ayy, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ayy, she want it like me cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. 16 cars in my front.
Place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
There we go.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing. Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Sliding it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Hey, high 7. Go.
From the gun, Eason. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I got one. Go.
58 to Mike. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 58, boys. 58. 58 to Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, 58 is to Mike. Go 58 to Mike.
Yes.
Hey, it's just me and you.
Hey.
It's just me and you. He's coming.
Look. Squeeze. Go. Get it.
Throwing again. Eason. Being chased out. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Hey, Wahoo! Go out! Now! Fight!
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
Set, ready? 15, line it. 15 line.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Hey, Echo. Yo, go.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Kill. Kill.
Hey, rock it.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They'll run on second down with Cohen, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Know your job. You go. You got time right there. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
They'll drop to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out.
Look at me, zipper.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And now the juke. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Bravo! Yo, get it!
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Hey, Sam on!
A give to Cohen. He heads right. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go! 18 Gator.
I got you.
Yep. 5.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Rock it. Right up.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
Ready. 50, plant.
Hey, pick your game up. At 58 is a mic.
Shoot.
On 3rd down, Eason firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
30 base. Look at me. Go. Ready.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0.
14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Back to throw. Eason. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Looking to throw. Eason. Open man is Michael Thomas. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get
Hey, box drop. Go.
Switch. At 58 is a mic.
Go get it.
Operating from the gun. Eason. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Yeah.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Hey, seam 6. Hey.
58's the mic. 58.
Now.
So don't say nothing.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
18 Gator. Hey.
Penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Check. Alert.
Hey, Delta.
Alert 3.
Yo, go.
Crunch. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. All day, baby. All day, all day, baby.
Look at me. Zipper.
Right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Watch the pass. Let's go.
On first down, Eason. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Looking to throw on second down. Eason, there goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how to go?
And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Watch the ship. Hey, Jack. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Shoot. Looking to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. He got 29 yards that time. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as the Bears push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah,
and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Hey, Haywood!
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Back to the air on second down. Eason. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
58 for Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
Hey, wahoo!
58, boy.
Hey.
I got you, pump. Hey, 58 is a Mike. Go 58 to the Mike. Nice, sweetheart.
Buzz.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 50.
Bam.
Check.
Sneak them.
A final shot before break. Eason, he'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Yo, go! Hey, Echo! Get it!
Throwing on first down. Eason, he throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. On 1st and 10, Eason. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Zipper!
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
SOS.
Look, squeeze! Five!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason, pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Eason, and that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
A good pick up there, 26 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
We got 25 to Mike. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Shoot.
Yep. Go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready, set.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. This quarterback now 6 for 6. It's nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Eason. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
In your face.
Watch the edge. Kill.
Get it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Over, and that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
That's what I'm talking about.
In for the score. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Eason. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. On 1st down, Eason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. 14. Looking long for Thomas. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because
under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Head logo. Recon, 132 fighter. Snap.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. They'll go to Barkley again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll try to run forward Barkley. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
That's good for Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Slam. Let's go.
Hey, high 7.
53, Mike 53. Defense wins championships, baby. Check 31. Check 13.
Throwing on first down. Eason, he'll air it out deep for Tom, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Michael Thomas, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Packers get a score closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Because the game...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
36. Out.
Hey, Sam on. 22 jet bomber. Go.
Staying open.
Hey, Haywood. Go.
On 1st and 10, Eason, he's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Go now.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Go.
58, Mike, 58, right there. Come off the ball hard. Check, 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 check.
Protein spill.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
Hey, wahoo. Ready?
To throw again. Eason. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. The Packers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Eason. And now here is another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. That throw into the arms of Allen. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Mike's 50. Let's go, defense.
Back to throw now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Eason, and he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Bravo! Hey, 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 hey.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Go, 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 go. Hey, orbit.
Go.
1st and 10.
On first down, Eason. And this will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing again. Eason. He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Hey, lock it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got... And now here is another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Look at me. Go, go. Ready, ready.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago! A big play there with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game, as the Bears push further out in front. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get, and my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 19, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Watch the screen. Squeeze. Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now...
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. It's fielded at the 45.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score.